Good evening. And we are road coursing tonight here across the border in Monza, Italy. I am Corey Crandall, and I will be with you for the next roughly 2 hours. Showing these first gear racing guys, giving it all they got tonight around this track. We are following Kyle Heath right now. He is the quickest so far in practice with about 18.5 minutes left. Took a little ride along with Jason Haney in the 9. He was able to run down and make a good clean pass over the 09 of Trevor Gill. Little track info for us. Track length is 3.55 miles long. Track temperature is 102 degrees. Outside temperature 72 degrees, 57% humidity. Partly cloudy with a 3% or 3 mile an hour wind. We are running 60 laps here tonight. We do have the 2 stages, lap 15 and lap 35. At the completion of those laps will be the stages. Those will be the only 2 cautions that we will have tonight. For our road courses, we do not call cautions for incidents unless it's, they take off into turn 1 and half the field gets bundled up. Would probably call a caution there, but if it's just 1 or 2, 3 cars that get together and slide off the track, able to keep going, we're not going to slow everybody down. This is the 3rd race of the season here at Monza. We started with the Daytona and last week at New Hampshire, which if you guys were part of that watching of the New Hampshire race, it was a long race. I did end up timing out, and we got, I believe it was 217 of the 250 scheduled laps. There was 37 cautions. So it was a rough race for them. It was tough track for them, but we're here a week later. Looks like there's 22 drivers registered to race. So a little bit smaller field than normal. Last 2 races I think we've roughly had to 36 in each race, but it's road course here. Not a lot of people like doing them, or it takes a special kind of person to like them. But, I mean, if you're running at the back of the pack, it's still going to be a decent points day for you. I'll bring up the points here. Through the 2 races that we had after New Hampshire, Kyle Heath is still your points leader. He does have an 11-point lead over Andrew Gross. You see Donald Ray in 3rd, Trevor Benz 4th, Jason Haney 5th. I'm going to say for these 22 drivers that register, their incident points are going to probably go up quite a bit tonight. Every time you run off track, you get 1 little incident point, and it's just going to add up. It's going to happen here. We've seen it in practice. It's a little tight track, and it can be challenging if you don't hit your braking points right. We do have our two winners. We've had Justin Sumner. He won last week, and then who was the other winner? Oh, Eric Winklespec won Daytona. So those are our two winners so far this season. And last week when we talked to Justin Sumner, he was not going to be able to make tonight's race. He was, I think he had to work tonight. He had the graveyard shift. So Eric Winklespec can go, and he's the only one in here that can get multiple wins tonight, or the other 21 guys will be fighting for their first win of the season. About 30 seconds here before we'll start qualifying. Does look like they are doing a 15-minute open qualifying, so they can run as many laps as they want. Everybody's on the track at the same time. Looks like 3 cars have crossed the line with the clean lap. Kyle Heath is your fastest with a 1:37.42 second lap. Joseph Klein jumped up to second with a 1:37.78 second lap. Jason Haney jumps up to third with that lap. Kyle Heath jumped up about a second with his next fastest lap, which was 1:36.44 seconds. Andrew Gross jumped up to P2. About halfway through this qualifying session, you got Kyle Heath. He's got your pole right now, followed by Andrew Gross, Nolan Milnes, Joseph Klein, Michael Moquin, Jason Haney. That's your top 6. Edwin James is there in 7th. Caleb West 8th. Trevor Benz 9th. Mark Olette, he just fell down to 11th. Looks like Alex Fuller jumped up to P5. Looks like we've got 2 drivers that have yet to come out on the track. Josh O'Brien and Eric Winklespec. They have not made it to the track yet. Everybody else has at least been on the track or trying to run a lap. You've got to run a clean lap. If you go off track, it doesn't count your lap. You've got to have a good clean lap. It's like up there what Edwin James just did. That would not be considered a clean lap. Alex Fuller moved on up, going just a little bit faster there than Andrew Grost. Put Alex Fuller to the outside pole with 5 minutes left here in qualifying. Kyle Heath just ran a little bit faster that time, ran about a quarter second faster. Gave him just a little bit bigger of a cushion over Alex Fuller, about a second and a half now faster. Oh, Alex goes for a little spin. Coming off of turn 3, it looks like. One of our newer drivers here, the 313 of Alexander Claypool. Looks like he's having a little trouble through those S's. Gets it rolling. Todd goes for a wild ride. with 50 seconds left. Looks like Eric Wigglespeck and Josh O'Brien, they've decided not to qualify. There's been a few out on the track trying to make a lap, but have not been able to make a clean lap to get a time. Will be the end of qualifying. With this qualifying, if you have started a lap, you will be able to finish. I do believe Nolan Milnes is the last car on the track. He has moved up to position number 2 to about 3/4 of a second off the pace of, no, 1 1/4 second behind Kyle. It looks like he just pulled over. And that will do it. That is the last car on the track to qualify. I do not believe Jareth will have the time to make it around to make this lap count. And there it is. Here is your starting lineup for tonight's race. You got Kyle Heath getting the pole position. Nolan Milnes will start outside of him. Alex Fuller, Andrew Gross. That will be your second row. Third row, Joseph Klein, Jason Haney, Michael Moquin, Jareth Van Slooten, Zachary Wake, Trevor Benz. That is your top 10. Edwin James and Mark Aulette. Caleb West, he starts 13th. Trevor Gill, 14th. The 18 car, Daniel Butler, he'll start 15th. Ivan Deschamps. Todd Smith in the 66 will start 17th. Hunter Davis, Alexander Claypool, Eric Winklespec, and Josh O'Brien will start 21st. like I said, here is the Monza racetrack here in Italy. Mr. Trevor Benz has flown us all to Italy to enjoy this beautiful evening. These 60 laps here with those two stages. The completion of lap 15 and the completion of lap 35 will be those stages. It does look like Todd Smith, Eric Winklespec, and Joshua O'Brien, they missed the start of this race. They can still start in the pits, but they are not gridded up running this pace lap.
Green, green, green.
And we are underway here. Got Kyle Heath and Nolan Milnes, they are side by side for the lead going into turn one. And we've got people going off the track all over the place. Oh, looks like Daniel Butler got in a little hot. Little strong and got into the 27. They both got it going. We've got a battle for third here between Joshua Klein and Andrew Gross. They're side by side going into turn one. Looks like Andrew Gross had the inside, able to clear him, coming off, going into one. Jason Haney behind them, running him down. Smith, he did start in the pits. He has worked his way up to 13th spot. There's Kyle Heath. He did start on pole and he has led the 4 laps we have ran here so far this evening. He's got about a 3-second lead, just under 3 seconds ahead of Nolan. Like Hunter Davis has crashed. Michael Moquin's going on the inside of Jason Haney there. Michael's going to take that spot, give him 5th, move Jason back to 6th. 7-5 and Des Champs in a little accident here. Ooh, hard into that inside wall. Looks like he was able to get it going. Riding on with your leader, Kyle Heath. Coming around to complete lap number 6. Got a battle heating up here between Zachary Wake and Alex Fuller and that 28. Giving chase. Oh, Zachary Wake goes wide. Like Alex Fuller just taking his time, making sure he doesn't put him or Zachary Wake in a bad spot. Smart driving for this early in the race. Looks like Daniel Butler just went down a lap to the Flying Eagle of Kyle Heath. Looks like Ivan Deschamps will be the next one a lap down. Ivan and Daniel will be fighting for the lucky dog spot. Looks like Daniel's going to take it from him. We've got a battle heating up here for second place. Nolan Milnes has it. Andrew Gross wants it. We're going to have lap traffic right when Andrew's going to catch him. Ivan slows up a little bit to stay out of their way. Let these guys race it out for second. Oh! Nolan got into the back of Daniel Butler and took him around. That's going to give Andrew Gross second place. Go back and look at that real quick. Oh, and the way he hit that wall. Looks like Nolan was coming fast. Daniel was just trying to hold on to it and hit the corner of that tire barrier and flipped him around. That's a hard hit. Kyle Heath with an 8-second lead over Andrew Gross. He's pulled out to about a 1-second advantage over Nolan Milnes in third. Joseph Klein would be fourth. Michael Moquin. That's your top five. Looks like Nolan had a rough turn. Let's see. Looks like he may have just got loose. He lost several spots with that. That moves Nolan back to 5th position. Joseph Klein and Michael Moquin move up. We've got 3 laps here left in the stage. Kyle Heath, just about a 10-second lead. He's making it look easy. Looks like Mark Olette in the 80, he had a little trouble. Looks like he got a little wide, got into the sand and it spun him around. Doing a big circle. Made him lose a lot of time. So I've got a nice little battle here for third. Kyle Heath will be your stage 1 winner with a 13-second lead over the 45. Andrew Gross. Looks like Michael Moakland's going to finish third. Josh Klein fourth.
Yellow flag is out.
Nolan Milnes. He's going to get your top 5. Jason Haney, Zachary Wake, Alex Fuller, Edwin James, and Trevor Benz. Those are your top 10, and those are the 10 drivers that do receive stage points for stage 1. We did have 14 cars survive to stay on the lead lap. It's like the number 7 car of Ivan Deschamps. He will be the lucky dog. So that would put 15 cars on the lead lap. 42 of Jareth Van Slooten. He will be your only car a lap down. Coming around the last turn here. They all should be coming in for tires and fuel. Your leaders down pit lane. Looks like Michael Moquin and Joseph Klein, Jason Haney, Trevor Benz, Edwin James, Todd Smith. Looks like a little longer pit stop there for Kyle Heath. Looks like he's going to be back in 10th. Let's see if we can't bring in Kyle Heath.
Mind. Oh, never mind.
Hey, Kyle, it's Corey up in the booth.
Yep, I got you. Got me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear. Hey, that's a good stage. Led them all. Good 10-second lead there at the end of it. How do you feel about your car?
I feel pretty good. It was kind of sketchy at the beginning because I raced hard with Nolan there. It was kind of weird because, I figured that things were going to be a little bit easier to get through, but he raced it pretty hard. But at the end of that stage, my tires felt really good. I was contemplating on taking tires right now or not, but I decided, what the hell, go ahead.
Yeah, looks like you've got the least amount of off tracks by quite a few. But that's not saying much. I mean, you were up front not having to battle, but now it looks like you're back in 10th.
Yeah, there was a heck of a battle behind me a couple of times I've noticed.
Yes, we followed that pretty good. But looks like you're back in 10th now. How do you think you're going to manage through going through traffic?
Just one car at a time. There's no sense in really rushing anything. We still got, over half the race to go. We're only a third of the way through, so I mean, things can happen. Just try not to hit nobody and try not to get hit by nobody and try not to get off course and screw myself.
Hey, I hear you. Hey, congratulations on the stage 1. I'll let you go. Looks like you're about to come to your lineup here to grid up for the restart. So good luck the rest of this way, and maybe I'll talk to you again here after this stage.
Yes, sir, Corey. I hope you're having a good time, though.
Hey, it's fun to watch.
I bet.
All right. Good luck, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Kyle Heath, your stage 1 winner. Getting ready to line them up again here. Get this restart going. We did have a little shake up front. It does look like the number 5, Michael Moquin, he is your leader. Joseph Klein, Jason Haney, Trevor Benz, Edwin James, that is your top 5. Todd Smith, Caleb West, Andrew Gross, which he finished the stage in 2nd. He's down in 8th spot. Trevor Gill, Kyle Heath, that is your top 10. Looks like a few cars have decided to go back down pit road. Maybe get just a little bit more fuel or fix a little damage if they had any. These longer pace laps, you can gain a little bit, but it looks like everybody's moving. So I bet they just topped off on fuel. about to get head to this last turn here before the restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back underway. Michael Moakland with a good lead. He was able to clear Joseph Klein. Kyle Heath up 4 spots since the restart. Make that 5 spots as he makes his way around the inside of Edwin James, which goes a little wide. He's going to lose a couple spots. Oh, looks like Michael Moakland went off. We'll let this lead settle down. We'll go back and take a look at that. Look like a couple cars there had a little issue. Oh, you got the 45 and the 66. They ran way high. Kyle Heath catching these 3 here up front. to that, what happened to our leader. Oh, he may have got clipped. Looks like several cars ended up avoiding that by going straight through the sand. Yeah, it looked like Michael Moquin may have had help by the 14. The 33 and 13 just went straight through the sand trap. Joined back on the track. Goes another one. Michael just having to sit, make sure that track's clear before he can take off. Kyle Heath made a quick decision move on that inside Jason Haney to take over the third spot. Got Joseph Klein in the 14, he's up front. Got about a 3/10 of a second lead over the 33 right now. Trevor Benz. You see there's a battle going on for second here with Kyle Heath. Jason Haney's going to take it down on the inside of Trevor Benz to take the third spot away from him. As he runs wide, he's going to give fourth to Andrew Gross, and he'll just blend right behind him. Got Nolan Milnes in the 84 coming up behind Trevor. Got Kyle Heath putting pressure on that leader. Oh, they're side by side. Kyle Heath's going to take the lead out of turn 1, going into turn 2. Got Andrew Gross in that 45, putting pressure on Jason Haney for third place. Oh, Jason goes high. He goes wide. It's going to open the door for Andrew to take the third spot over. Joseph Klein kind of got in the sand a little bit, slowed a lot of his momentum down. It's going to let the 45 get right to his back bumper. Oh, he takes it wide. Oh, Andrew gets loose. Oh, he may have smashed into that wall. That's the second part. He's got damage. Looks like Andrew's going to drive it in hard. Gets a little off track. Yeah, hard into that inside wall. Loses a spot to Nolan, and then he goes way. Tries to take it to the beach. And he's down pit road. We missed it. Kyle Heath. He crashed. We'll see if we can figure out what happened to him. Oh, he just goes way high. He's able to keep it straight. Looks like he's down to third spot. He's going to put the 14. Joseph Klein back up front. Jason Haney behind him in second, about a half a second. And Kyle Heath caught back up to both of them after his little, getting in a little hard. He was able to keep it from spinning and keep it going forward. So he lost a little bit, but it could have been a lot worse. Looks like Jason blocks the inside, makes Kyle go to the outside. Kyle Heath around Jason for second. Now he's going to run back down Joseph Klein in the 14. Joseph Klein's having a heck of a day, trying to keep that 13 Kyle Heath Chevrolet behind him. Looks like they are catching Ivan Deschamps, which is a lap down vehicle. Ivan's going to stay down to the right and out of the way. Oh, Joseph washed up a little high. Kyle Heath was able to take advantage of it and get around him for the lead. We've got 5 more laps here till the end of this stage. Got Kyle Heath, your leader. Joseph Klein led a few laps. He's running second. Jason Haney currently third. He's being chased by the 84 car of Nolan Milnes. Got Trevor Benz and the Nesquik Chevrolet. He is currently running 5th. Being chased by the 66 Todd Smith. Zachary Wake in the 42 Chevrolet. He's got a 7-second advantage over Edwin James. Michael Moak went in the 5. He was leading, got helped. Trying to get past for the lead, kind of spun out. Lost a lot of spots, a lot of time. He's just trying to hang on to it. Finish out these next 3 laps. He's in no pressure going a lap down. He's just trying to hold on. He'll get a couple stage points. Be able to come in, fix maybe a little bit of damage if he picked up any. Looks like Jason Haney's closing in on Joseph Klein for second. He's got about 2.5 laps left in this stage to see if he can't pick up an extra stage point. Oh, the 14 goes way up high into the sand. It's going to lose all his momentum. Jason's going to be able to drive inside of him. Move the 9 car up to P2. Now Joseph has the 84 of Nolan Milnes, looking to take advantage of his little mishap. He's going to power down on the inside. Looks like Nolan had to get out of it just a little bit. He didn't want to wash up and take him out. Joseph is going to have the angle coming off of that turn. Last few turns, Nolan's lost a little bit. He's having to take bad angles because he's wanting to get on the inside. That's giving Joseph Klein the better run off the turns. Like a little wiggle there by Nolan. Made him lose a few tenths of a seconds. Like we had some contact there with Kyle and Daniel. Like the caution flag is out. That will be the end of stage 2. Kyle Heath, winner of stage 1, also wins stage 2. Jason Haney finishes second.
Yellow flag is out.
Joseph Klein, Nolan Milnes, Trevor Benz, such as your top 5 at the end of stage 2. Todd Smith, Zachary Wake, Michael Moquin, Andrew Gross. He was able to come back after his incident, get back into a couple of points. And then Trevor Gill, he rounded out your top 10 for this second stage. We'll give him one more lap, and I think let's see if we can talk to Jason Haney here after his pit. Let's see, we'll ask him if he has anything for that 13 car. We'll pick him up after his pit stop so we don't bug him during that. This could be the last pit stop for these leaders today, as they should have enough to run the last. Looks like get restarted with 21 laps to go. We'll see who's going to lead them off of pit road. Looks like Jason Haney's going to lead them off pit road. Looks like Jason Haney, Nolan Milnes, Joseph Klein, Trevor Benz, Todd Smith, Zachary Wake, Andrew Gross, Trevor Gill, Kyle Heath, Alex Fuller, Michael Moquin. Looks like that was your race off pit road. Jason's catching back up to the pace car. We'll see if we can't pull him in.
Oh no, Kyle.
Hey, Jason, it's Corey up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, P2 that stage. Looks like there's a little bit more contact up front during that second stage than the first stage. You think that's going to continue here? Or?
I don't know. I mean, the racing has definitely been pretty fun overall. Definitely a couple of mistakes have rendered drivers a couple of issues for sure. I don't see that ending because now it's the pay window, right? It's the stage to get to the end and go for the win. So I think we'll see more of it.
Yeah. Well, it just makes it fun for me. But looks like Kyle Heath, your stage winner, both stages, he long pit stop put him back in 11th. So he'll have a ways to go. If you can get out to a lead, you may be able to hold him off.
I hope I can have something for him because he's given me this handicap. I happen to take his annual stage break, piss break, but we'll see what happens here. I'm just trying to keep the car to the end. I've done so far without any trouble. Hopefully I have something here at the end to be able to battle and race for this win against him or whoever. I mean, I assume he's going to make his way to the field. He usually does, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's about where he started stage 2, and he worked his way up pretty quick. And then he had a little off track that put him back again, but came back and won it. But hey, we're rooting for you up here.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Hey, stay clean. Good luck, and well, hopefully I'll talk to you here in a little bit.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
That is Jason Haney. He was runner-up in your stage 2. And he is right. I mean, with Kyle starting back in the 6th row, being in 12th, if he can get out and get that lead and not have to worry about battling for the lead, he can probably hold. If he can get out to a 5 or 6 second lead before Kyle hits second place, that's asking for a lot. But he might be able to have something for Kyle Heath, which is by far the fastest car on the track today. But what we will do is, we've got 21 laps when they go green. It's going to be about 30 minutes of racing to see who can take home a checkered flag. Guaranteed to have a new winner since Eric Winkelspeck, he showed up but he never raced. and he was the only car in here that has one. Eric Winkelspec and Justin Sumner. He won last week at New Hampshire. Winkelspec did win at Daytona. Got 13 cars currently on the lead lap. Jason Haney, he's going to lead us off. Nolan Milnes, Trevor Benz, Joseph Klein, Trevor Gill, Todd Smith, Andrew Gross, Michael Moquin, Mark Olette, Caleb West, Zachary Wake, Alex Fuller, and Kyle Heath. Those are your 13 cars that are on the lead lap. We do have Edwin James. He is 1 lap down. Ivan Deschamps showing 3 laps down, and Daniel Butler, he's been in a couple of accidents. He's 10 laps down, and those 16 cars there are the cars that we have currently on track. Looks like we're back under green.
Green's out.
Jason
Green
Haney's
flag.
going
Green
to
flag.
lead us off. Let's see if I can't. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm going to have to move the NASCAR ticker. Looks like Nolan Milnes takes it to the inside. Oh, we got a couple cars way off track into the sand. It's not time to go to the beach yet, boys. We've got 21 laps remaining. Oh, big wreck. We're going to go back and look at this. This is going to take out a couple of good drivers. Looks like Nolan got loose, hard into the wall, hit Trevor, back into Todd. Big wreck there on lap 1 of the final stage. Battle for the lead here. Joseph Klein in the 14 wants it. Oh, Joseph goes way up top into the sand. He's going to lose a lot of time. That's going to push Jason out to a 2.3 second lead. leaving Jason Haney out there at 3.3 second lead. Got Kyle Heath has moved up to 5th place, but he is almost 11 seconds behind Jason. I wonder if Kyle Heath got any damage. Didn't look like it on the front right side or the rear of the car that he has any damage. Oh, it looked like Edwin James hard off track. Come here, look at Edwin. Yeah, he just got in deep and he didn't want to run over. So that was kind of, he did that to keep from running into the 42. He knew he got in too deep. That last lap Jason Haney was his quickest lap of the race at a 1:37.296. So he is doing everything right. This is your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place car. Joseph Klein, Todd Smith, Andrew Gross, and Kyle Heath. Looks like Andrew Gross is going for third place, taken away from Todd Smith, which you can see the front of his car has damage on 66. Kyle Heath follows Andrew through. Todd Smith back to 5th. Looks like Jason's lead's kind of set there about 6.5 seconds. Andrew Gross is catching him just slightly, and he's bringing Kyle Heath with him, but they're still 8.5 and 9.5 seconds behind. That 80 of Mark Oled, he's having himself a good race today. That pass just made him fall back to 8th place. Looks like we're going to have a pass here for second. Kyle Heath followed Andrew Gross right through there to take over second and third, move Joseph Klein back to fourth. So Jason Haney's got about a 9.5 second lead with 14 laps to go, so they're going to have to catch him about 6 to 7 tenths a lap faster than what Jason's running. That's a big ask. Especially when these guys want to fight side by side. Jason's going to enjoy hearing that on the broadcast. He'll let these guys fight it out for second while he'll just pull away. Oh, nice little crossover. Oh, Kyle gets in the grass a little bit. Joseph Klein ain't going anywhere. He's staying right on Kyle Heath's bumper. We are down to 13 laps to go. Jason still has that 8-second lead over Andrew Gross and Kyle Heath. These two drivers here, they're going to be pushing to try to catch Jason, and Jason's just trying, he's up front just trying to take care of it. No mistakes at this point. But these two right here, they're going to push hard to try to catch him. Andrew Gross was about 1.1 seconds faster that lap than Jason Haney. There you see those three in the background trying to run down Jason. Another 1.1 seconds faster that lap was Andrew Gross. Looks like Jason's going to be closing in here shortly on a couple of lapped cars. These boys are coming. 4.25 seconds, 10 laps to go. Down to 4 seconds. You can see Andrew Gross and Kyle Heath in the back. Down to 3.5 seconds. That last lap, Jason gave up 2.5 seconds to Andrew. He gave up almost a second on that lap. Right on here with Andrew Gross. Looks like these drivers may be pitting for fuel. They may have just been enough short. It's going to give the lead to Kyle Heath, but if they all had to pit, everybody's going to be pitting. Looks like Jason's going to have to try to get away while Andrew tries to work around the 28, which when he goes wide, it's going to make it easy. It's going to put Andrew up to 4th, Jason into 3rd. Those are your first 2 cars that can make it for sure to the finish. It's about a 2-second lead over. Jason's got about that 2-second advantage. Oh, looks like Kyle Heath goes way high. That might make him lose a little bit of speed there. Looks like he's going to stay out and do another lap. Todd Smith is staying out with him. They are running 1st and 2nd right now. Come back and look at Kyle Heath. Oh, that's not going to help. That's going to give a big advantage for Jason Haney and Andrew Gross once he has to pit. Looks like he's got enough to do at least another lap. Unless Kyle or Todd was able to save just enough to make it to the end. This will be the race for the win between Jason Haney and Andrew Gross. Looks like Todd Smith may have went off track. He lost a lot of time. It's going to move Jason and Andrew and Joseph Klein up ahead of him, putting Todd Smith back in fifth. Side by side. Oh, Jason's loose. He saved it, but he lost a lot of time, and Andrew got around him. Kyle Heath on the track with a 10-second lead, but does he have enough fuel? Second and third place guys, they had to pit. Looks like he's staying out again, coming to 3 to go. Sorry, Kyle Heath staying out again. We are coming to 2 laps to go. Does he have enough to run the 2 more laps he's going to need? He does have an 8-second lead. Is that going to be enough for him to save? If he needs to save just a little bit. Oh no, and Andrew Gross. Looks like Andrew Gross wrecked and had to tow to the pits. It's going to put Jason Haney back up top. Oh, hard into that wall. We've got the white flag for Kyle Heath. Does he have enough fuel to make it all the way? Was he able to save enough fuel? He does have a 12-second lead over Jason Haney. Kyle Heath running that last turn. He's going to take the checkered flag. Kyle Heath will be your winner. Jason Haney with the extra pit stop for fuel. He's going to come home second. Joseph Klein will be third. Todd Smith coming around here. 46 seconds behind Kyle Heath. He's going to finish in fourth. And the 42 of Zachary Wake, he's going to round out your top five. Was a heck of a race by these guys. Looked fun out there tonight. They battled. They were beating and banging at times. Lots of clean racing. Watch Kyle Heath here. Burn them down for a second and see if anybody wants to jump in the waiting room to see if they want to talk about their race in the top three. It's like Kyle Heath's in there. Let's bring in our third place finisher, Joseph Klein. Hey Joseph, this Corey, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, heck of a drive for third place. Looks like you were able to stay up with Andrew Gross and Kyle once they started catching Jason. How was your pitch strategy there at the end? Were you close to having enough, or were you going to have to do it pit no matter what?
I'll just start with apologizing for the incident with Michael. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna look back at it, but as far as the pit strategy goes, I knew with like 12 to go, my black box said I had like less than 10, so I knew I'd be a little bit short, and I figured if I was first one down, take just fuel. I didn't need tires because I was kind of monitoring them the whole race. Maybe I'd come out in front, and I don't know how they saved enough, but they did it. But on my end, I tried to save, and then I realized I'd lose too much time saving, so kind of went as hard as I could, pit, and then came back out.
Yeah, it looked like you were a fast car out there today. You definitely had your, yeah, like running with the Michael, had that. It just looked like different lane, and you didn't touch him very hard, but I guess it was just enough to, from what I looked like. I mean, when we don't have cautions, it's hard for me to go back and spend a lot of time looking at it. But it looked like there was just slight contact that just kind of turned him just a little bit.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is everyone's got different breaking points, everyone's got different brake bias, and I hadn't ran behind him yet, and my only goal there was just don't slam into him. Uh, and I tried to take it as wide as I could. I figured I'd be better off in the sand, give up the time, give back the position, but once I looked on the relative, he wasn't even there, so I feel bad about that, but
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's just part of racing. I mean, that accidents like that happen. But yeah, I mean, it didn't look like nothing intentional. It just, just a little love tap was all it looked like to me.
yeah, I agree. Maybe in the future, like start of a stage, don't need to run quite that hard, but I'll remember that next time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had a good race. You got any sponsors or anything you want to say here before I let you go?
Uh, no, just want to give a shout out to the league. Everyone that runs. It was good racing. It was a wonky combo, but I appreciated it. It was fun. Once I got dialed in, it was a lot of fun. So also, uh, Kyle's got uh Kyle's Kyle's crazy. I don't know how he stuck it on the outside going through that really tight area coming to two, but he did it, and I told him he was crazy, and he just drove away. So props to him for that.
Yeah, he's definitely, the most winningest driver here at FGR, but he makes it fun for all of us. I mean, he's a good guy, and I mean, you were able to keep up with him and race with him tonight, so that's got to be fun and good for you. So, but hey,
Appreciate it.
congratulations. We'll see you next week. I believe we're going to Dover.
That is
Looks
a
like
fun one.
looks like Dover. So, congratulations on the third place again, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully, we can talk to you again.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Have a good one.
All right, thank you, Joseph. That is Joseph Klein, the driver of that 14 Chevrolet, finishing third place tonight. Let's bring in our second place finisher, Mr. Jason
Oh
Haney.
no, Kyle.
Hey, Jason, this is Corey. You got a copy?
Hey, Corey, what's up, brother?
Hey, so walk me through your race. I mean, it looked like you were going to have it, and then I didn't think you guys would have to pit, so that kind of surprised me when you and uh, Andrew Gross kind of pitted together, and then I was waiting for Kyle to pit, but he never pitted.
Yeah, it came down to, I mean, when we restarted that last stage, I was basically a lap short. And if you drove it hard, you used the gearbox to help the car turn and stayed high up in the gears, which is how we were racing most of the time. It wasn't doable. Kyle saved early, and I tried to pull out to a lead. I thought the other guys were saving early too because I kind of got out to a bit of a buffer. And then when I tried to save, they came so quick that I wasn't saving enough to be able to battle with them when they caught me. So I figured they were still going to be able to make it. But when I pitted, and I think Andrew and Joseph came down with me, I think I was like, oh, okay. And I saw Kyle stay out, and I was like, ah, dang it, he's got enough. He's not pitting, and he did. So congrats to him on saving enough and making it count there. Um, I don't think I would have. If I would have saved early, I think I would have not finished where I did tonight. I think I needed to attack early, get the gap, and then try to save, and just didn't work out tonight. That's all.
Hey, it happens. It was a fun last stage watching with, the different, pitch strategies you guys had. And I mean, if it's that close to the edge, I mean, it's hard to save when you're wanting to lead and don't know how fast or how slow you need to go. So,
Yeah, that clean air was magical. Being up front and not having a car in front of you to have to worry about their braking points and all that. I mean, it really was amazing. And I didn't get to experience that the first two stages. So when I got my hands on that, I was like, ooh, I like this. And I mean, and I'm happy with second. I'm super happy with it, with how this track is and how it performed and how it raced tonight. Um, I'm, shout out to everybody that came and raced tonight. I know we have like 40 some members signed up for this league, and we didn't, have basically half of them make it, which is fine. Not everybody has this track or has laps on it, but thanks to the guys that came out tonight and gave it a shot, gave it a run, and for the good racing that we did have on track. We had some really good racing, and some good battles, and the track is fun in these cars. So I can't wait to do it again sometime in the future, I hope. So blast of a race. Congrats to Kyle. Congrats to Joseph on P3. Well done. And we'll come back and give it a shot next week at Dover.
Hey, that sounds like a plan. Hey, good race tonight. I hope I get to talk to you at Dover, and hopefully you'll be in that P1 spot. That's what we'll be rooting for. But I say that with all these guys. There's 20 some of them on here that I'd like to see get a win. So
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in here that not only are really good, clean, fun racers, but you want to root for. You having fun racing with these guys, and I just enjoy getting to do this with this group of guys. This is what it's all about. The wins are cool. The wins are great. Don't get me wrong, but the battles, the racing, the camaraderie, that's where I'm having the most fun. And getting to race with everybody week in, week out, and all these different series we're doing really keeps it interesting and keeps us on our toes. So a race like tonight was, I mean, if we would have done this a year ago, it would have felt so out of place. Doing it now, it feels more like, hey, we can do this. We can handle this, and it put on a really good race, and it was fun to do. So great effort tonight by the First Gear Racing team. Thanks to you in the booth, covering us and putting on a heck of a broadcast. I had it on the TV next to me here. Really great show tonight. And again, thanks to everybody at home watching and supporting us and rooting us on.
all right, Jason. Hey, congratulations. Second place. We will see you next week in Dover.
All right, man. Have a good night, Corey.
All right, you too. Thanks, bud. Jason Haney. He is your second place finisher in the 9 Napa Chevrolet. He had a heck of a drive today and just had that, like he said, he couldn't make it on fuel, about a lap short, so he ended up pitting, and he still came back. But heck of a drive by him. Let's bring in our winner here.
Nope.
Hey Kyle, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey buddy, stage 1, stage 2, and the race win. How'd that feel driving? It looked like you had a little bit of pressure there towards the end of the stage, end of the race, I guess. But then you were the only one really able to save the fuel to make it all the way.
Yeah, at the end, I didn't know, everybody else's fuel strategy, if they can make it or not. I knew it was going to be like really close. I think I was the only person because I started in the back because I had to go take a pee break. I started in the back, so I was like, you know what? It took me basically a lap of fuel to catch the field. So I figured, why not come in? I'm already in the back, take fuel up. And I think that's what really got me to win because whenever I crossed the line, I had a half a lap of fuel left whenever I crossed the line.
Yeah, I mean you did an awesome job at saving. I mean, it looks like Todd Smith pitted on lap 37 and he also made it. He finished 4th. But yeah, I mean for the second, third, and fourth place, or second and third place guys, Joseph and Jason, they all pitted together to get fuel. But right
Yeah.
there to start that last stage, we had the big one kind of coming into turn 2, I guess.
Yeah.
that kind of looked like I couldn't see. I mean, I went back and looked at it, but I couldn't see, and I seen you falling back, and I thought I wonder if you got damaged, but your car looked good. But now we know that you were just having to save fuel.
Yeah, I was saving fuel. There was a car in the middle of the track, and I seen a bunch of smoke. My spotter came on the radio, Rick and said turn, and I seen smoke, body parts everywhere. I was, hell, might as well slow down. Ain't no sense in rushing through there. I made it through there, and a couple of laps there, I was actually clutching it in, especially in the long sweeping turn one. I clutched it in and was able to couple laps there, saving a couple tenths of fuel, might as well say, and that's what got me to win. Like I said, I didn't know what everybody else's fuel strategy was. I know Jason, he was trying as hard as to get the most, up ahead as he could, trying to get away from everybody, and I stayed right there behind. I think it was Andrew. For the most part, staying right there behind him. I was short shifting, clutching it in, trying to save as much as I could. And whenever they pit on the same lap, I was like, you know what? No balls, no war medals. So I'm going to save as much as I can to make sure I was going to make it. So I knew when I had 2 laps to go, and at that time I had like 3/4 of a lap to the good, and I pretty much just tried to gun it the best I could, just in case they were trying to maximize their capability of trying to, catch up.
Yeah, well, you put on a heck of a show. I enjoyed watching it tonight. It was a lot better broadcast than last week. We actually had some good racing. And, for you sweeping the stages, winning the race, that's something that doesn't happen a lot, in iRacing or in real life. But I mean, you had the dominant car for sure. So congratulations. You want to give out any shout outs here before I let you go?
Yeah, with the racing and the stages, I'm just trying to accumulate as much points as I can because there's no telling what kind of Friday is going to come up where I'm going to have to miss. You know what I mean? But my shout outs, hell, I want to give a big shout out to FGR. Between the FGR Racing and the FGR Network, it's been hell of a fun. We only got maybe 2 nights out of the week, 3 nights out of the week. We're not really racing. 2 nights out of the week.
Yeah.
So this is a hell of a fun league to race in. I've enjoyed it. Made plenty of friends. But our first road course racing with the next gens. I hope there'll be more coming in the coming seasons in the schedule. I really enjoy road racing, of course. Everybody, should know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, I'm the opposite. I hate road courses. So so if it's something I'm doing, I don't want to race road courses. But hey, tonight was fun to watch. I mean, I will give you guys that. I mean, it was actually fun to watch and fun to broadcast.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, last week was a helter skelter.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, we won't talk about New Hampshire too much, but yeah. Well, we got Dover next week. How you feel about
Ooh,
Dover?
ooh. I'm a concrete connoisseur. I love me some concrete racing. Let's go.
All right. Well, I'll be looking for you to run up front then. Kyle, congratulations. Looks like you're just going to extend your points lead out even more. So, but yep, we know life gets where you may not be able to make every race. Life kind of gets involved. But hey, we look forward to seeing you when you're on the track, and we love having you here at First Gear Racing. And hopefully
Yep.
one day I can get good enough to beat you.
Yep. Thank you,
But,
Corey.
yep.
Hey, yeah. Hey, is any weekend is anybody's race. Any night is anybody's race.
Yep.
You pretty much got to stay all the way through the end. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep, that's right. No, I mean, I beat you one time at your favorite track, so that's all I care about.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that because you pretty much did the same thing I did tonight, fuel
Yep.
saving.
That's what I did. And if we had one more lap, you would have beat me. So
that was good. Yeah, I remember that one. That one still kind of eats at me sometimes. Every time I think about Atlanta and in this league, that still kind of thinks about me.
Yeah.
Oh
But
Lord.
that's what makes it fun. I root for you, and I'm sure you root for everybody else, and it's just, we're here to have fun. I don't care to go out and dominate and everything else. I want to have fun and make people better and, make friends doing it. And that's what this league is really,
Oh
really
hell
about.
yeah. That's for sure.
But Kyle, I appreciate you. I'll let you go. I'll get off this broadcast and we'll catch you later.
Yep.
All right. Good night, buddy.
Later, buddy.
That is Kyle Heath. He has dominated the race, won both stages, won the race. He didn't have to pit on the last little bit. He was able to save. Heck of a drive by Kyle. You know, we call him the Eagle because he's always flying around, but we love having him here. He's the top dog here, and it pushes me and everybody else to want to be better, and you know, to to get good enough to be able to beat Kyle. That's everybody's plan at this point. So it is possible. It has been done. Like we've just talked about, I've done it. There's several other drivers in here. He doesn't win every week, but it is fun. It is fun to pick on him and beat him when we can. And he doesn't get mad when we beat him. He's very good at, hey, awesome job. So, but that's going to do it for tonight. I have not brought up the results yet, so let's look at that. Got Kyle Heath took home first place, Jason Haney third, Joseph Klein third, Todd Smith in the 66 came home fourth, Zachary Wake fifth, Alex Fuller, Trevor Benz, Mark Olette, Michael Moquin, Caleb West, Trevor Gill, and Andrew Gross. And the last car to finish was Ivan Deschamps. And I think Edwin, Nolan, Daniel, Jareth, Hunter, they all ducked out on us a little early tonight, but that's all right. Sometimes when you have a rough race, you just got to get off, and can't wait till next week. Some of these guys will be racing Sunday night in the trucks. So we got Sundays. We race, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and we'll be starting back up on Saturdays here soon. But we're all just here to have fun, and I'm gonna go catch my flight and head back to the United States, and I will see you guys back at Dover for next week's race. It ought to be a doozy over there. So thank you for watching. Have a good week, and we'll see you later.